Hey, welcome to another episode of the Bobby Experience. Before I start today's topic, I want to send a shout out to Maurice Prophet. I'm sporting his t-shirt from his company, B-Side Studios. Be sure to check out his stuff. Alright, so for the topic of today's video, Mike Tyson is coming out of retirement to fight Roy Jones Jr. for an 8-round exhibition for charity. Two things come to mind when I think of Mike Tyson. I think about first when he was in his prime, when he was just this absolute animal, this beast. When he'd walk in the ring, he wouldn't have a robe. He would just have like a wife beater, or he wouldn't even have any kind of shirt on. And when he would look at his opponent, he wouldn't take his eyes off them. So when the ref would be describing the rules, he would keep his eyes on him, and his opponent would break eye contact. Then that's how he knew that he got in their heads and he scared them. According to like that documentary of his. Now, other thing that comes to mind when I think of Tyson, I think of how he is today. He's older. He has a show on Cartoon Network, Mike Tyson Mysteries. He has Pigeons. He's been on the more of the entertainment side. He was in those Hangover movies. He makes other kinds of appearances. He's kind of a fun personality. Now, Roy Jones Jr., his last fight was back in 2018. He's been more active. He's won his last 4 out of 5 fights. Iron Mike, he hasn't fought since 2005. And so I think that Roy Jones Jr. has been an advantage there. Now, this is how I see the fight going either two ways. Right? Mike Tyson, he's a knockout artist. He's gonna do what he's always tried to do. Go for that knockout early, within the first 2-3 rounds. But what I see going on probably the other way is that Roy Jones Jr., and this was even his strategy they talked about with someone on TMZ, is that he knows how Mike Tyson is. He's see if he can like have him wear himself out in the first few rounds, and then he'll just try to pick him apart after. So because Roy Jones has been more active, I think he may have the advantage, but I don't want to count Mike out, because if George Foreman can come back, make a comeback, who says that Mike Tyson wouldn't be able to make a comeback? We'll have to wait and see, but September 12th is the day. Make sure you mark your calendar. I think this is probably going to be the most exciting fight of this year. Hopefully it isn't a flop. Somehow that's how some fights can be. Some like end early. I think we know how it is with some of us fight fans. But I'll be tuning in. But thank you for watching the Bobby Experience. Tune in for next time's episode. Take care.